Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by PewSitter.com, your online Catholic newspaper for the third millennium, CatholicMediaCoalition.org, in line with the Church, online with the world.
And TheAmericanCatholic.com, politics and culture from a Catholic perspective.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic News Roundup. I'm Simon Rafe. Fighting judges' ruling. Obama says no to a federal judge in Virginia because the court ruled that Obamacare is unconstitutional. The administration is arguing that the individual mandate forcing all Americans to buy insurance is illegal under the Interstate Commerce Clause. Virginia's Attorney General is filing papers countering the White House's attempts to kill the ruling, arguing that Congress has no authority to regulate this kind of commerce. The case is expected to be fast-tracked directly to the Supreme Court, as it will ultimately be that court's responsibility to rule on the dispute. The Obama administration is still arguing that the case be tried in a lower court and not be expedited to the Supreme Court for fear that the national healthcare law could meet a swift end. Controlling the internet. The Washington Post is reporting that the non-profit organization which oversees the master database of internet addresses is under fire from the Obama administration. The organization, often referred to as ICANN, or the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, has been feeling a lot of pressure to hand over control of the internet to the United Nations. And now new pressures are coming from the Obama White House because the administration is joining and amplifying a chorus of critics from around the world who want to manipulate the internet for their own ends. ICANN is very concerned that this power could be used to shut down the web and selectively silence anyone who disagrees with any government power. Recent events, such as the blocking of internet access in Egypt, as well as the elimination of certain search terms and engines in China, are proof positive that ICANN's concerns are a real and present danger. UK judges oppose Christianity. Critics are swiftly calling these judicial remarks disconcerting and, frankly, ignorant, after two High Court judges claim that the laws of Great Britain do not include Christianity. According to articles in the London Telegraph and the Daily Mail, the remarks were delivered in the Derby Court trial of a couple who wanted to be foster parents but were turned down because they refused to tell any child that the homosexual lifestyle was acceptable. This latest judicial activism is one of a string of recent rulings aimed at stopping Christians from exerting any influence in society in the name of violating present equality laws. Stay with us, we'll be back in just a few seconds.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by NewOxfordReview.org, the voice of Catholic Orthodoxy, in print and on the web, and RenewAmerica.com, expanding the influence of America's grassroots in the cause of freedom.
CatholicUnderground.com, the podcast about our Catholic faith and new media.
Second miracle required. According to an article in the Times of India, Pope Benedict XVI is not likely to waive the requirement for a second miracle in the canonization process of Blessed Mother Teresa of Calcutta. According to the Church's laws governing sainthood, one miracle is needed for declaring the individual blessed, and then a second required for the status of saint. It was Pope John Paul II who put Blessed Mother Teresa on the fast track to sainthood, beatifying her about 6 years after her death in 1997. The beatification took place in 2003 when an Indian woman from North Bengal was cured of a tumor upon praying for Blessed Mother Teresa's intercession. And finally, new Academy member. No, it's not the Oscars, but the Pontifical Academy for Life, and an American priest has just been named to join this prestigious body. Father Frank Pavone, the National Director of Priests for Life and tireless pro-life advocate, was welcomed as a new member in a recent ceremony at the Academy's 17th General Assembly in Rome. Other American members of the Papal Academy include Carl Anderson, the Supreme Knight of the Knights of Columbus, and Dr. John Haas, among others. I'm Simon Ray. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for your daily dose of Catholic News Roundup right here on RealCatholicTV.com. And be sure to check out The Vortex today, where once again, Michael will be coming to us from the Philippines. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tell all of your friends about us. And as always, God bless.